From Studio 1A in Tampa, Florida, comes a talk show that really feels your pain and tells you like it is. We love America and all that freedom-loving Americans want to protect. Live from coast to coast and on your radio, it's For the People with Keith Allen.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. Whatever your source of stress or strife, for the people is there.
Well, we made it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Monday, and it's a good thing. Keith Allen, For the People. It's Monday, May 8th, 2017. I hope you had a nice weekend, America. I helped a friend out, bury some wire in the backyard, and I met another friend of theirs, and they were on a different part of the aisle than me, but I'll talk to you about that in that conversation. You want to stay tuned for that interesting conversation because it's revealing. There's things going on in the country. People don't always agree necessarily on politics, and that's understandable. And it didn't ruin my day, nor did it ruin the person's day there, but it could have been. Very easily. People get bent out of shape when it comes to politics. They don't like to mix that with friends. They really don't, especially on a weekend, if you know what I mean. All right, so we are in our summer campaign mode. Basically, what that means is we're still raising money. I wish we raised it already, but we're off to a good start, over $1,000, but we're looking to raise $5,000. So we need to get that meter up and going. Now, in my hands, I have something that you should have. It should be probably in every household, really. And you should know the stuff. It's a survival guide. And where should you be, how to be prepared. It's information, it's plans and solutions for coping with coming disruptions. And it's written by the founder of this program, Chuck Harder. And I happen to have got my hands on some of these and a limited run of these. Now, for a donation of $45 or more, you'll get this. This is a huge book. It's got everything you'll need to know about preparedness. Find out what types of distillers that you need. How to take action. Natural disasters, earthquakes, extreme heat, floods and flash floods, hurricanes, landslides, or mud flows. Tornadoes, tsunamis, volcanoes, wildfires, winter driving, winter storms, winter preparedness, technological disasters, you name it, terrorism. It's all in this book, and it's cleverly put together. Building a house, generators, solar panels, batteries, how they all work, nitrogen, how to store food properly, how to grow food. All of these particulars, kerosene lamps, I'm just thumbing through this here, and I mentioned generators, animals, and chest and freezers, how to really survive, and how to keep your house going, or if you're just out in the woods somewhere. But literally, it's the plans that you'll need. And it's a very well put together book, and like I say, I have a limited supply of these, but when they're gone, they're gone. And $45, and I'll have to ship it to you. That's shipping included. Okay? Because we'd have to, it's going to be about estimated $6 to $10, depending on where you are in the United States, to actually just ship the stuff out. So it's a pretty good deal. So a donation of $45 or more gets you this book. It's titled Survival Guide. Where you should be, how to prepare. And if you'd like to make a donation now, you can go to our website. It's live and living at forthepeopleshow.com, and we would appreciate it very, very much. Okay, so the conversation had to be over healthcare. And the reason this was so near and dear to this female individual is that she has a daughter, and she's a single mother. And I found out that she's not making that much money. She's going to school. And she's grossing, part-time massage therapist, and odds and ends here are $12,000, $13,000 a year, not a lot of money. So the Obamacare says that she really, really needs this stuff. in the worst way. And boy, once we started talking about Obamacare in the conversation, man, her ears perked up and she was just angry about Donald Trump. We'll talk about some of the things she said. But there's a lot of anger out there. And it's being fueled by people like Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez. Have you heard this?
Don't care because he doesn't give a because this is a budget. Those Republican leaders and President Trump don't give a
They don't give a damn about you. And blank and blank and blank. That's the new Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez. That's the hatred. That's the anger that's being echoed out. The Elizabeth Warrens, the Hillary Clintons, even Barack Obama. I got to play something a little bit later on in the broadcast. I mean, this is their narrative. Pure hatred. Forget about there's something wrong with Obamacare and it was broke and they admitted it was broken, but the Democrats have not offered any solutions to fixing it. They're very critical on Donald Trump and the Republicans trying to fix it, but it was broke already. It was dead on arrival. Do not understand this, left. It was dead on arrival. It was not working. It was not helping. And the Medicaid that you're worried that's going to be taken away because the left is spewing hate, saying it's going to be taken away. She's worried if you're making $12,000, of course, you are not going to lose your benefits. You're not going to pay more because you can't afford it. Your child is not going to be denied asthma medication. But this is the fear-mongering that's going on out there, folks. The fear-mongering. And it's absurd. And it actually angers me. Because it puts this garbage cesspool untruths. It's just vicious from the left. I mean, they get worse and worse. And to add to the cesspool, not only did the DNC sink to the low of profanity, they had to be beeped out of there. We have the Democrat from California, Senator Kamala Harris, and here is she.
You might as well say, well, people don't starve because they don't have food.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to kind of get the narrative out there, is just to lace it with profanity and just tick off more people with a bunch of crap. Again, let me make this a news announcement here. This is like totally breaking news for some people. They don't realize this. Where's our news sounder? Do we have it? Breaking news on For the People. Obamacare was broken. Republicans are trying to fix it. I mean, plain and simple. Even Bill Clinton on the stump said that it was broken. It was laughable. It was a joke. It wasn't helping people, real people. It wasn't, because the premiums are too high. And it's not working with the insurance companies either. All the right is trying to do is trying to fix something that's been broken, that it was touted to be this great thing that was going to help so many people. Now the elderly and those that don't have enough money now are being told that they're going to be uninsured and they're not going to have anything. And now they're freaking out because the left is spewing this stuff. And you got people that are stressed unnecessarily. Here's the kicker of the whole thing when you really think about insurance. Everybody thinks they're entitled to something in this country. Everybody. Now, I think people, healthcare would be a great thing. I think that I should be entitled to free cable, free gasoline, free food. I mean, wouldn't that be great? Now, I work very hard for all of these things. I don't expect these things to be given to me. Now, if you work and you've earned, it becomes your right because of your work. If you've bought into the Social Security and all this stuff and taxes that you've paid for Medicaid, if you need to supplement your insurance, It's supposed to be there for you. But everybody, well, not everybody, but a large majority of Americans, it's my right as an American to have free health care. Give me a break. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You're not just entitled to it because you live here. Now, there are people that can't work. There's people that come down with disabilities and things like that, and I'm not against you at all. I'm just saying that it is there for a reason, but there's a lot of lazy people, believe me, lazy people in this country. Over the weekend, I spoke to a guy who was from Jamaica. That's where his folks are from, and I had explained to him that I've made several trips over to Jamaica to build houses. I wasn't, patting myself on the back for that. I just have gone over there to build houses for food for the poor, and I've learned a lot from the people that live there. And they believe that we're extremely wasteful. And another thing, kind of ungrateful for the things that we actually enjoy over here in this country. And basically one of his biggest observations, this guy's an electrician. I think the guy builds houses and stuff but very smart. But I think his primary is he's an electrical engineer. I guess that's his proper title. But the laziness in this country, he tries to offer people, work and pays them, halfway respectable thing. But if you don't pay me $25, $30 an hour, you have no education. So if you're offered, $10, $15 an hour, that's not good enough for people. They'd rather just sell drugs on the corner. Or not do any work because it's hard work. Oh, I have to carry those spools of wire up the stair. Oh, no. I can't do that's just hard work. There's a lot of folks that just want to be given things, something for nothing. What was that song with Dire Straits? In the 80s, money for nothing and your chicks for free. It's what people want. They want to live like rock stars. Rock stars. Like these celebrity TV shows on television where you want to be like Kim Kardashian. I want to be like one of those. I want to live like them. I want to have lavish millions of dollars. Forget about, work. I just have money just showered all over me just because because I'm so talented. And just because. Folks, there's people that really believe that. And they're in some kind of mushroom high. I don't know what it is. It's really bad. Have you been watching the French elections? Very interesting what's going on over there. Big switch of power here. Obviously. Marine Le Pen's loss to Emmanuel Macron in the French presidential election was the culmination of a larger victory for the populist candidates, and this is Le Pen took to a fringe group, the National Front, to the biggest political stage in the country and got 35% of the vote, putting fiery populism squarely in the mainstream for years to come, according to The Atlantic. Le Pen's most notable accomplishments is her dramatic expansion of the party's base, broadening its appeal in a way her father, Jean-Marie Le Pen, could never do in his near 40 years leading the National Front, a process that involved quite literally throwing him out of the party and working to expel its other anti-Semitic elements, The Atlantic's Emily Schultzens wrote. But anyway, this young leader, 40 years old, youngest leader in French history of, 140 years in power. And, he's a liberal, an outsider, but a liberal. And 5 years he gets to be in that position over there. And the issue there is they got issues, man. Terrorism issues. They got issues with immigrants over there that have not been vetted very properly. It's sad to see that the French are in this position, but this should be a warning.